Riva with the McDonough family, who recently received a companion dog from Canine Companions for Independence, a nonprofit group that places service animals with families all over the country, including wounded warriors.
With, the dog beside us on the left, and then now that we're getting better and better, then we do the sandwich position when Sean is driving. Fully sit.
Good boy.
Hold on. All right, Sean, now no pressure.
Back in 2010, Sean saw a news segment with Brian Williams. He told his father, and they started looking into the group that had been profiled, Canine Companions for Independence. They applied about 18 months prior to getting Belmont in February of this year. There's a lengthy process to make sure there's a good fit for the person and for the dog, with applications, phone interviews, in-person interviews at their campus in Medford, New York on Long Island. The dogs also go through a rigorous process. They're bred by Canine Companions. At 8 weeks, the puppies are sent to a nationwide network of puppy raisers who socialize the dogs for over a year. They keep a diary so that families can see what the dogs were like as puppies. Then the puppy raisers give up the dog. At the Miller Family Center in Medford, the dogs learn to ignore noises, food, squirrels, you name it. These dogs are working animals and cannot be distracted while in service. Training takes about 6 months.
This dog to the basketball game. There's lights, there's noise, clapping people up and down, and you would have thought he did it every day. Couldn't care less about all the commotion going on. He sat in front of Sean's, where we were in the accessible area of the stadium. He sat in front of his feet and fell asleep, just like. Among many tearful moments where the dog often would just come and stick his head under Sean's hand. And dogs don't typically like pokey things coming at their eyes. But Belmont just, is whatever petting Sean can do on his own, he looks for it and he,
There's no cost to the family. The program operates solely from monies raised for Canine Companions.
What Belmont does for Sean, a reason to get out from behind the television, just getting out and going for walks, playing in the backyard, and he really is always, like if Sean sneezes.
Once the dogs have completed their training and are in good shape to be placed, the family comes to the New York Center for an intensive 2-week training session with the dog. The first few days they get to meet several animals so that instructors can make the right pairings. At training, Sean and Karen learned the commands that Belmont had been trained to obey. To reinforce those, they go on field trips to places like Target and Home Depot with the dogs, the families, and the instructors. They also teach dog etiquette, or how to politely explain to people that a service dog is a working animal.
Really like a go-to, but if Sean were to say mom, then Belmont is supposed, if he identifies me as mom or whatever, then he can come to me and I have to guess, kind of like Lassie, oh, he must mean I need to go.
Timmy's in the well.
Yeah, exactly. But just even they talk about how much the dogs are a social bridge. Sean is a very sociable kid and he is verbal, but it's just another thing for other kids to come.
Belmont doesn't go to school with Sean. He's a sophomore at South River High School, but other places, physical therapy, the mall, church, you can usually see the two together.
Off the bed. Sean likes it that Belmont sleeps on the bed with him, but of course as the night goes on, Belmont keeps stretching, so Sean gets pushed, his feet get pushed off the bed, so at about midnight it's like, Mom, can you get him off? So Sean's lobbying for a queen-size bed, so that there's enough room.
Belmont may be a member of the McDonough family, but Canine Companions retains ownership of the animal, and there's rigorous follow-up during the lifetime of the dog. This is Mitchell Stevenson reporting for the South River Source.